Changed seats when I checked in for our flight. So my boyfriend Jake and I booked a vacation to Mexico for our 3-year anniversary. I booked us seats together on the plane like 28C and 28D because Jake gets really anxious when flying, and I wanted to hold his hand during takeoff. 3 days before the trip, Jake starts acting weird. He's being all secretive with his phone, stepping outside to take calls, and when I ask what's up, he just says, work stuff. I thought maybe he was planning some surprise for our anniversary, so I didn't push it. The morning we're supposed to leave, I wake up and Jake's already gone. There's a note on the kitchen counter saying he had to leave early to handle some family emergency and he'd meet me at the airport. I was confused, but whatever. Emergencies happen. I get to the airport and check in at the kiosk. That's when I see Jake didn't show up on the passenger list for our seats. I'm starting to panic, thinking maybe he missed his flight or something happened. So I call him and he picks up after like 6 rings. Turns out Jake had been planning to bring his ex-girlfriend Emma on our anniversary trip. He'd been talking to her for weeks behind my back and decided he wanted to get back together with her. He thought it would be easier to just switch out the passengers instead of telling me. Like literally thought he could just swap me out for her and I wouldn't find out. I'm standing there in the middle of the airport holding my phone like an idiot while he's explaining this to me. He actually had the nerve to ask if I could just give Emma my ticket since everything was already paid for. I hung up on him. But here's where I got my revenge. I still had Jake's boarding pass because we printed them together the night before. And since we weren't married or anything, I could change the seat assignments. So I went up to the gate agent and told them my boyfriend was running late, but asked if I could switch our seats to make sure we'd still sit together. I changed Jake's seat from 28D to 32F, middle seat, right between this guy who was already on his 3rd beer at 9 in the morning and this mom with twin toddlers who were screaming their heads off. The kids had marker all over their hands and one of them was throwing goldfish crackers everywhere. Then I upgraded myself to first class using the points I'd been saving for a different trip. Cost me all my miles, but it was worth it. About an hour later, I see Jake walking through the terminal with Emma. She's wearing this cute sundress and has her hair all done up. They're both looking at their phones trying to figure out where their seats are. I'm already settled in my first class seat with a mimosa watching this unfold. The flight attendant starts boarding, and I see Jake and Emma get in line. When they scan their passes, Jake's face goes white. He starts arguing with the gate agent saying there must be some mistake. Emma's looking confused and embarrassed because people are staring. They finally get on the plane and I watch Jake squeeze past everyone to get to his middle seat. The drunk guy immediately starts talking his ear off about his divorce and the twins are having a complete meltdown. Emma ends up in my old seat 28C next to this nice elderly couple. For 6 hours, Jake was trapped between crying babies and drunk divorced guy while Emma sat alone. She kept looking back at him but couldn't really do anything about it. The kids spilled juice on his shirt and the drunk guy fell asleep on his shoulder. Meanwhile, I'm in first class getting served real food and watching movies on the nice big screen. The flight attendant even gave me extra cookies when I told her I was celebrating being newly single. When we landed, I saw Jake in baggage claim looking absolutely miserable. His shirt was stained, his hair was a mess, and he looked like he hadn't slept at all. Emma was standing kind of far away from him scrolling through her phone. I grabbed my suitcase and walked right past them to catch my taxi to the resort. Jake saw me and tried to wave, but I just kept walking. I spent the whole week at the resort by myself, and it was honestly the best vacation I've ever had. Did the couples massage alone, ate at fancy restaurants, took pictures by the pool, found out later from mutual friends that Jake and Emma broke up again before they even got home. Apparently being stuck on a plane together for 6 hours made them realize they had nothing to talk about anymore. Plus she was mad he put her in such an awkward situation. Jake texted me a few weeks later asking if we could talk, but I blocked his number. Changed seats on that flight and changed my whole life for the better.